Hey, it's Andy Mulholland, Remax of Rochester, and the Handy Andy Realtor team. Have you ever thought of upgrading the doors in your home? Well, today we're going to show you exactly the steps involved in replacing a hollow core door with a solid hardwood door. So here we have our hollow core door, and we're going to be replacing this with the hardwood door that we just showed you. So the first thing we want to do is remove all the trim from the door casing. A little trick for you is that when you use your pry bar, don't just go right up against the drywall. You actually want to stick a putty knife of some kind behind here first, so that when you pry, you're not damaging the drywall. The metal blade will keep the drywall from puncturing. So once you have your trim removed from both sides of the door, what we're going to do is remove the casing. Now you can buy just a door and leave the casing, but we're going to be changing the casing out and actually painting the casing white. So we're going to remove it. So what we have to do is take out all the nails that hold the casing in place. And we'll use a Sawzall to do that. Okay, once we have all of our nails cut, the door jamb and door will come out of the opening all together. And so now what we have is a rough opening, and we can put our new jamb and door in place. Okay, once we have our door up here, we're actually going to just set it in place, just like the other one. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do once we have it in place is we're going to get the door in there straight, even, make sure the door swings open correctly. We'll also put our shims in place and then attach it. We'll do the hinge side first, and then we'll go ahead and plumb the rest of the door as well. What we'll use is shims, wood shims on either side, and everywhere, typically right behind each hinge, we'll put these shims, tighten up the door, and then what we'll do is nail in those shims into the wall and secure the hinge side first to the wall, then we'll go around and plumb everything up on the rest of the door. So once we have this side adjusted so that everything is level and the shims that we've used are in place, and by the way, we'll put shims in each hinge point, basically right behind the hinges. And then what we'll do is nail or fasten in that hinge spot, fasten that in place. And we'll do that on each of the 3 hinge spots. Now once this side is level, the door will be somewhat secure, and so we can test and fit all of our gaps. And then what we'll do is level this side, put in our shims in 3 spots, and secure that, and our door will basically be hung at that point. One little trick when you're hanging a heavy solid door like this is to make sure that this door is securely fastened and that it's going to hold the weight of this new big door, this solid wood door. What we're going to do is remove the middle screw from our hinge that goes into the casing side and replace it with a long wood screw. And what that'll do is go into the framing behind there and then secure and hold the weight of the heavy door. And there, now we can be sure that that'll hold. And we'll do that on all 3 of the hinges. Now, once we have our shims in this side and we've checked everything, what we'll do is we'll actually shut the door and check the gaps on this side to make sure that the gaps on this side are all equal. Once that's all in place, we'll go ahead and just tack this side in as well. And we are solid and in place, and we're just going to check the fitment again from this side. And there we go. The door is hung. All we have left to do is we're going to cut off the excess shims that we have, and then we'll put our trim back on, or in our case we're going to put new trim on, put our door handle in, and our door is hung. Now in this case we're also going to stain the door and then paint the jambs white and paint our trim white as well. But that is exactly the steps you need to take to upgrade your hollow core doors to a solid wood door. If you have any questions, let us know. We're happy to help any way we can.